Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tipsy Talks Podcast. It's Leanne.
And Kristen.
Today, we have no idea, again, what we're talking about. We're just going to chitty chat. Let's start off this podcast by saying wear your fucking masks, everybody. There's still a pandemic going on. I don't care what your fucking excuse is. Wear a damn mask. You would rather wear a mask on a damn ventilator, you idiots. Thank you. That's what I have to say.
I support. I agree as well. You did a good job with that one.
All right, I don't know where that anger just came from. Might be because there's a freaking idiotic country that we live in. If Gary Bettman, the most hated man in sports, can make the least cared about sport do the damn best in the sports world, when hockey boys, I love them to death, aren't the brightest tools. No, I'm not the brightest. Not the sharpest tools or the brightest light bulbs. I'm just getting fucking annoyed that people are being idiots. Wear your masks. Wash your damn hands. Stay the hell away from people that are easily susceptible to this virus. I don't care if you're like, I'm fine. I don't give a shit about you. I care about the people that you're going to fucking infect. Wear your mask. It's nicer to wear a mask than a freaking ventilator and then die in a few days, idiots.
Like, let's just talk about how, like, there's 18 Florida Marlins players that were tested positive for COVID, and they just played an entire series with the Phillies in Philadelphia.
They were literally, the Orioles were about to fly down to play them.
Yeah. So they were about to fly down. The Yankees had already gotten here. The Marlins are still here. They won't let them go home. And this is the problem.
Baseball players are idiots.
Everyone talks about how Bettman's such a bad, like whatever. He's an awful person when it comes to normal season.
He's an idiot.
He is. But when you look at how he handled the entire situation with the NHL and Corona, meanwhile, I don't really think they should be doing a season.
I don't think they should be doing a season either. Let's just set that straight before we get attacked for that, because Tumblr girls will all of a sudden start talking to us again if we talk shit.
They have already come for me for saying things about how I thought in the beginning the season should go on and things would be fine, and then I was like, I don't know. But
it would. Okay, hold on. Let's set that. We were both fine with the season continuing when it was supposed to pick back up potentially in June and even early July.
Right.
But now you're risking many newborn babies once they can see their fathers again.
Right.
And literally this season is not going to end until, what is it now? September something?
Like October, I think.
Okay, October, which now pushes next season all the way to December or January, if it even happens, because no one's wearing masks, and this country is a bunch of idiots. I know there's a lot of people that are good, aka Chris and I are we don't leave the house. We both live with parents that are could very easily get this pandemic virus. But literally when we leave the house, it's just to go to the store so our parents don't need to, or my sister lives in a different state, so down in Texas, so I can't go down to her, or Kristen goes to her sister. Wear your masks. Literally, I don't get why people have an issue with this. It's not, you are not going to die because you're not getting liquor. Relax.
Here's my thing. Our entire lives, we had to enter stores and establishments wearing t-shirts or pants or shoes. If you can't put a piece of cloth over your mouth for the minimum of 10 minutes to go in and buy your case of beer, why are you I don't understand. You don't complain about putting a damn shirt on. Like, I don't get it. It's the same thing. It's just a piece of clothing that you have to put on you now. And literally, you don't even have to keep them on. Like, if you go to a restaurant, all you have to do is wear it when you walk in. Once you sit down, you don't have to wear it the entire time.
Yeah, if you are eating, you don't have to fucking wear it. Also, if you like, I can't breathe. Yeah, you fucking can.
Get the ones that has the ventilation in them then.
Regardless, doctor has proven that her oxygen intake is just as good with and without a mask, and did it with multiple different kinds of masks.
Yes.
My mom's a dental hygienist. Kristen's sister-in-law is a dental hygienist. They have to wear 2 different kinds of masks and a face shield and a cap. Yeah, my mom and your sister-in-law literally have to wear one mask, another mask over top of that, a face shield, and I know your sister-in-law has her face shield. I think is a little bit more intense than my mom's face shield, because my mom has to wear a surgical hairnet cap thing.
Yeah, I don't think she has
where
to
I
do
think
that.
Trish's face shield has like a full on, from the picture that she posted, it looks like full on wrap around type of situation. But yeah,
I want to get back to Bettman.
Masks. Yeah, go back to Bettman. The only time we'll ever compliment this man.
Yeah, this man, he literally scheduled and organized with other people, of course, the entire rest of the NHL season, figured everything out, even with the pushbacks, no matter what anyone said, figured it out, and has all of these men in the hubs, in bubbles, 800 players tested, and absolutely not one positive player.
Yeah.
On any of the teams.
Players were allowed to say, no, I don't want to play. They were allowed to turn it down.
Exactly. And then you have, and listen, I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I'm not wrecking them because of that. I'm wrecking them because of their poor choices. You had all of the majority of the MLB was basically saying they wanted to be with their families.
Yeah.
So they didn't do the whole quarantine like the NBA and the NHL are doing. They're like, I'm good. Like, they went home to their families after the Marlins were here. Like, you have children. You're going to other establishments that people in the city are going to.
I don't get why the MLB didn't do hub cities.
Because they complained about not being with their families. But yeah, they decided they wanted to be home with their families, and they decided to risk their families' lives, the cities that they live in and they play in, their lives, because you're not just sitting there. Like, you're playing other teams. You're traveling constantly. Like, now we have to worry about the Phillies players.
Yep.
We have to worry about the Marlins players. We have to worry about the Yankees, the not the Ravens, the Orioles. Whoo,
hello,
Kristen. Hello, football. Not you. It's not time for you.
Not you guys yet.
No, it's not time for you.
We're not here to deal with you guys yet.
Please no. But like, and I said to my dad, I was like, there's no reason why they couldn't have done hub cities. Like, it's just ridiculous. It seems to be panning out pretty well for the NHL so far. The NBA, we won't speak of them because apparently a couple players were trying to sneak some girls into the bubbles.
They were. Well, here's also the thing that NBA stuff pisses me off. It's that, and it's more for, like, I'm mad for the players. Mm-hmm. How are you gonna serve men that are almost 7 feet tall a single thing of, like, the food portions that they're feeding them are for, like, 5'6" men,
dude,
not 7 feet, almost 7 feet tall men.
Yeah,
of course they're gonna want to try to order Postmates and everything. You guys are not feeding these men what they need to be fed.
Yeah, I was dying when I was watching all the videos and looking at the pictures that they were posting of like what they were getting.
It's
insane.
But it's also so freaking funny to me. Because like the NBA gets paid so fucking much more than the NHL guys. Mm-hmm. And the hubs for the NHL, at least like we know Hotel X more because both of our teams are there.
Yeah.
But like, and I don't know about Edmonton because I know they had like a flood in the arena. So I was like, I'm going to let them live their lives over there.
Let them handle it.
But so the Eastern Conference, I know that they have like literally sectioned off like movie theaters in the hotel. Like the hotel that they're staying at is so fucking killer.
Yeah.
Like movie theaters in there. They have like little simulation games in there. There's so much shit.
They were golfing yesterday.
Yeah.
A couple players were golfing.
Simulators and stuff. Yeah. Like the NHL has literally watched what the MLB and the NBA have done and been like, absolutely not. We're not and also I think Gary knew that he would be demolished.
Oh,
even more.
Sure.
He's like, I need to try to not get booed anymore.
For the first time in my entire career.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, for those listening who might not understand the sports world and what's going on, so the NHL, they pick 2 cities and they split the teams in half, by their conferences. They're staying in the different cities, playing in those cities. They're quarantined in their hotels. They're not going anywhere. They're playing, in one arena. All that stuff. They're being extremely safe. The NBA is doing very similar
They've been
things.
checking every player before every practice, even before they left. And like I said, and if there was any issue, that they are not on the roster.
Right, they're considered unfit. Yeah, they were considered unfit, and there were a couple players, like big names, that were considered unfit, couldn't play for a little while. I believe some of them are probably playing and practicing now, but like I said too, they tested all of the players, and they tested last week, and not one player came back positive. So that's a huge, not one player, not one staff member, not anyone came back positive. That's huge. It was a little testy because like Boston kept popping up, St. Louis popped up with a bunch. Yep.
There were some, but they did what they need to do. Yeah. And clearly these guys seem to, through the public, care more about themselves, their teammates, their families. Because this is a thing, like, caring about the pandemic is not a selfish thing. No. Because if you're caring about, like, my more worry is, like, even if I don't have any symptoms or anything like that, I do not want to give it to a single person in my house.
Right.
I don't
exactly.
give it to a woman that I pass in a store. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not about me. It's about somebody else. Like, I wear a mask so that it doesn't affect somebody else.
Exactly.
And that's what all these, I'm not saying the term, but that's all what these little assholes are, like, thinking. It's like, no, you're, like, where the damn, I get so pissed off. And then when they, like, have it they just have it over their mouth, not their nose.
Yeah.
Do you realize that oxygen and germs come through your nose too? Like, wear your dick outside of your pants too? Like, I don't understand what's going on.
Here's my thing with the mask is, like,
they're stupid.
Again, I'm going to go back to saying it. If you have to wear a shirt indoors, why can't you just wear the damn mask? It's the same thing. Like, it is the same thing. You are protecting other people from seeing whatever is underneath your shirt that they don't need to see. You're also protecting people from getting your spit and your, air blown on them. Like, it's just, it's a very simple concept. Please wear your mask. Please stop being stupid. Please stop being selfish as well. It's not all about you. No one cares about you and your rights, because that's not what this is. Yeah, wear a mask. You'll be fine. Again, you don't wear it for long. They're not required for you to wear them.
It's not like,
constantly.
Hey, you have to wear it in your house all day. Hey, if you're alone, buddy, you don't need to wear it.
Exactly.
If you are in the house with the people that you live with, you don't need to wear it.
Exactly.
When you're in your car, hey, idiots, stop wearing your mask and gloves in the car, because that is useless.
Unless
you're
like
an Uber driver.
Yeah,
unless you're an Uber driver. But, like, if you're wearing your gloves in your car that are then outside, that are then in your car again, and then brought into your house, you're an idiot. Like, take your gloves off as soon as you're done using them. They're useless now.
Yes.
Are you dumb? Oh my God.
The answer
is yes. Dumb. You are.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you a tip. For those people who are complaining about wearing masks, I'm going to give you a tip for someone who follows the rules, because I don't like getting in trouble ever. I wear my mask when I enter stores, when I enter restaurants, all that bullshit. But if I'm walking outside and no one is around me, I don't usually have it covering my mouth. I have it hanging on my one ear. And then if I see someone coming, I either cross the street, so I don't have to put it on because I have glasses and I cannot see. I get fogged up and I do not like it. But I'll cross the street if someone's coming and no one's on the other side, or I'll just pop the damn mask on for 2 seconds. Again, you only need it when you're entering a store, and if you're in a store, unless you plan on being in a store for over an hour or two, which I don't know why you would need to be in a store for an hour or two, just suck it up. I don't there are surgeons that go into surgery daily and have to wear these masks for over 13 hours sometimes. And they're
My
fine.
dad was in surgery for 24 hours once.
There you go. 24 hours they had to wear these masks. You will be fine. I promise you. And if you can't breathe, go to the doctor. Maybe there's more to you than the mask
maybe
is.
you've got the fucking COVID, bitch, and
maybe you're the problem.
to be in the hospital.
Yeah.
Also, stop going to fucking parties where none of you are, and like there's festivals that I saw going on still, and like they're just all it's disgusting. I don't want to get into this anymore because I think we're just getting more angry and more angry.
Yeah.
We were supposed to talk about conspiracy theories.
But let's
you know what? Fuck all that.
Yeah,
Hockey's back, bitch.
I was just about to say hockey's back. We talked a little bit about the hub cities. We talked about Bettman. Let's talk about the fact that we're about to get hockey for the first time in 5 months? 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, and although at this point I'm like, y'all, can we just put a star on the cup and head to the next season? Because it is massively unfair to the rest of the league that cannot participate, especially since there were so many teams. They still could have done the playoff push. Yeah. That's what mainly sucks, is that they didn't even let these guys have a playoff push.
Yeah.
I feel bad, especially for Buffalo, because I just feel bad for Buffalo all the time.
Yeah, I feel bad for the teams that couldn't make the playoff push, but I will say, because I'm biased and I'm just be blunt about this, as much as I was against for a little while the season coming back because I didn't want any of the players to put themselves in danger, I'm also very excited because that means I get to see if the Flyers are going to actually pull through. They were doing very well at the end of last season. Well,
this season.
Before the break. Yeah, before the break. And we finally had a team that had very good chemistry, which we haven't had in a very long time. We have a coach that knows what he's doing and loves to sip on martinis. Shout out AV. I love you for it. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. Although I do wish every team and player safety, because please don't. Like, I don't want mid playoffs and they're like, we need to stop because we have
that's the thing. It
players.
Easily could, as long as like they're not fudging any of these reports.
Yeah, which I don't think they would at this point, to be honest with you. Seeing what's been happening with the MLB,
here's also what also is annoying. This is what's a little bit annoying me right now. Why did the players just get there yesterday? Because they should have quarantined for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was saying that too. I don't know why
That's what doesn't make sense to me, because literally people are playing today that just got there yesterday. Like, all of them just got there. And I'm like, homies, you should be quarantining. You traveled. Like, there were air stewardess. There were all these people that were on the plane that you have not been around.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't get there a little earlier. I think training camp should have been in the hub cities.
100% should have.
You know, just do that. And I get it. Like, practicing in your own facility is probably better for them mentally, but they need to learn to
up until you're freaking up there.
Yeah, like, they need to learn how to adapt to this situation anyway. So I feel like they should have gotten a little bit of a head start on that. I agree as well.
No, they 100% should have been quarantined for 2 weeks. That's the only thing that has pissed me off currently.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree completely. But I'm glad to know that there is no new cases for them, and I'm hoping it stays that way. I'm knocking on wood right now because I'm a nervous person.
These young little boys to not try to sneak any ladies up.
I honestly don't think that's going to happen. And I know I'm skeptical when it comes to NHL boys. Like, I'm skeptical, but I think they're being pretty smart about it. And I think a lot, like, they're kind of watching out for each other. And I
better, because I got a couple human beings and I'm like, I don't trust you.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a few that I can name in my head that I'm like,
I'm gonna name right now. The number one person I don't trust is Austin Matthews. And I was just keep that in the podcast.
I was just about to say, it's definitely Austin Matthews. I agree 100%. I think everyone else is pretty much going to be smart about it, I think, at least, because I think they want to play and they kind of want to get this over with so that they can focus on next season and like get that stuff together.
Here's
I
the
don't know.
thing.
I'm just
Here's also the
excited.
thing. I'm very excited that hockey's back just because I miss watching it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I literally wish there was no sports right now until the country's situated, because
Yeah.
every other country's getting better and we have over 4 million cases now.
Yeah, well.
So
We're not
there
the
shouldn't
brightest in the
be
bunch.
it is the damn stupid ass president that we have right now, and we can leave that in. I don't give a shit. Come at me. It's that idiot and all the people that are following him. And everyone, don't forget to vote in November. And if you have to do an absentee, send it out, because you need to have, I believe, 14 days ahead of it. So, like, send your shit out in October so that they can actually count it, because the government is going to try to get that dumb bitch in the office again. Hopefully hockey happens.
Yes.
Hopefully they just call off the MLB season, because none of them are being smart, clearly.
No.
Because regardless, even if their team has come up negative, you all still like are idiots for not wanting to be at a hub. Football, I have weirdly high hopes for football.
I don't even know what's going on with the NFL, to be honest with you.
Ravens just started getting to training camp.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I have high hopes for the NFL. I think because NFL has all the, like, the committee and everything has all these other sports leagues to watch for. I think they're going to try to if they need to, unless we somehow miraculously get a vaccine, which literally the vaccine will not happen until next year. I think NFL kind of follows suit of the NHL, especially since they have so much more money. They could literally find like some town and just like buy out cities.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because all they need is a football field that is like saying, like, that's the thing about football. It's like they just need a field. Like, go Friday Night Lights that shit and build your own field and like some abandoned town and 2 abandoned towns and you're solid, dude.
Exactly.
Can you imagine if they Friday Nights that? Remember, you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The toilet bowl.
Yeah, listen, go for it. Why not?
That's like one of my favorite episodes. Is that game? That's why I love. You know what? Let's talk Friday Night Lights. This has moved into Friday Night Lights. ADD Conversations. Here we go. That's the new podcast. Tipsy Talks is really just ADD. Friday Night Lights, the show and the movie, I just loved, because you know, like some sports movies and stuff, you don't actually feel like you're watching real games and stuff. Yeah. And you only get like little clips of the games. Whereas like, especially the like toilet bowl, I call like the toilet bowl episode. I forget what the name of it was, that episode. But like half that episode was like literally the game. And you really like were watching a game because, yeah, it was all like in a way choreographed. But like they were all out there enjoying like this full-on game.
Yeah.
And that's why I loved Friday Night Lights, because you got the drama, but then you also got to watch sports. And it wasn't just like manufactured like 5 seconds of a game. Like you got a full game practically.
Yeah, that's one thing that always stood out to me about Friday Night Lights, is that if you do compare it to like other movies, you always have like a little bit of football and then it cuts to like the coach or like someone in the stands, you know, talking about whatever's going on or whatever drama's happening in their lives. But yeah, that's one thing that I liked about the show, is that it's not just we're gonna focus on the drama portion of it. Like we're gonna focus on the football aspect of the show. And
and even when they cut to coach, it was literally a coach actually coaching, not like someone in thought and like just staring. Coach Taylor is the best football coach to ever grace television.
Yeah, Yeah, I thought about it like a few times when I've watched the show because I've never watched it like straight through again. I'm the worst when
Really?
it comes to television shows. I like will pick and choose when I watch certain things.
I rewatch it 5 times a year.
So here's the thing. Because I'm not a big football fan, it's hard for me to get into football movies. The only football movie I can get into is Remember the Titans. Literally, it's so basic, I know.
I love
But
Remember the Titans. That's not basic at all. That's the best movie. And it works for the times because how the hell did that? That's a real story reminder, everyone. And yet we're still dealing with the bullshit that they dealt with in the film. Move on.
but I literally like the only football movie that I really watch is Remember the Titans. So Friday Night Lights was hard for me to get into with the football aspect because again, I'm not a big football fan, but
So it's my favorite show.
it's a really good show from what I have seen and like when I am not picking and choosing what I want to watch throughout the show, it's a good show. It's a great show. But again, football for me is just not a sport that I'm into. But since we're on the topic of sports movies, I feel like maybe we can go into a little bit more sports movies. What besides Friday Night Lights, take that out of the equation, take Remember the Titans out of the equation.
Okay.
What would you say is the best sports movie in your opinion?
Okay, I have multiples.
Okay. Give me like top 3.
Miracle, Cool Runnings. Miracle and Cool Runnings are like my number one. I used to watch Cool Runnings so much growing up.
Yeah.
And can still quote it. Oh, and okay, so Miracle, Cool Runnings, and Mighty Ducks is really good too. I feel like I need to get a list out. Those are my main
Okay.
two now. What are yours while I pull up a list?
I would have to go with Miracle, Mighty Ducks as well. I'm a big Mighty Ducks fan.
Mm-hmm. I just remembered one.
What?
Coach Carter.
Go ahead. Coach Carter is a good movie.
Coach Carter's so good.
That is okay. You know, I might add. Do I want to add Coach Carter?
Miracle, Mighty Ducks, Cool Runnings, Coach Carter. I always loved Rudy.
Rudy's good, yeah.
My dad, so I got my dad into this movie and it was so good. But it's a soccer movie, Goal.
Okay.
And like I would say Green Street Hooligans, but I don't want to say Green Street Hooligans. It's not sport. It's not a sports movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie, but it's not
It is
not
one
like
of my favorite movies, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
count it as a sports movie, even though
No,
it's
I wouldn't either.
basically about it. Yeah, I'd say those. Never Back Down's good. That's like a fighting movie.
Yeah, I think I was thinking of putting Never Back Down in my top 3 because I used to watch that movie on repeat.
Oh my God, Blindside. One of my
Oh,
favorites.
The Blind Side's a good movie. Oh, you know what? Oh my God, I gotta think of it. Oh
my God, Lords of Dogtown. I'm looking at a bunch of sports movies. I used to love Lords of Dogtown and Grind. I used to love skater movies growing up.
Yeah.
Little Giants. Did you ever watch Little Giants?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites. I had such a crush.
Okay, here's my question. Can we count The Sandlot as a sports movie? Because it's a sports movie.
Yeah, it's 100% a sports movie.
Okay, so my top 3 would be Miracle, Mighty Ducks, Sandlot. Boom,
Okay.
done, easily.
Mine is Miracle, Cool Runnings. It's honestly, I just love sports movies, so it's hard to just do 3.
Yeah. Go 5 then. I'm gonna stick with my 3, but you go 5 if you need to.
Okay, Miracle, Cool Runnings, Mighty Ducks, Rudy. Picking one more. I'll go Blindside.
Okay. That's a good movie. My problem with sports movies is that I forget sometimes that movies are sports movies. And I know it's
because
weird,
like
but
sometimes it's like that's not a sports movie, it just has a sports scene in it.
Exactly.
Like Green Street Hooligans, not a sports movie, but it is about sports hooligans. It's about soccer hooligans, and like
Right.
you see them at like 1 or 2 games.
Exactly. That's the thing.
There's like one good like snippet of a soccer game.
Yeah.
That's like calling like King of Staten Island a sports movie. It's not, but like if you were to call it a sports movie because they go to like a minor league baseball game.
right, exactly. Maybe I need to add Rocky into my like top 4 because
how
I
dare you,
love
Philly?
Rocky. I know. I you know why? Because I don't think of Rocky as like a sports movie, even though it
True.
is. I
'Cause
think
for
of
you,
Rocky
it's
as a Philly thing.
Rocky is just like a lifestyle for you.
Yeah. I think of Rocky just as like a Philly feel good movie, not as a boxing movie. But I will say that the first Rocky, and then I think it's Rocky 4 when he fights the Russian dude, they're the 2 faves of mine. I'm literally staring at the Rocky box set in my
I was
room.
gonna say you literally have it in your room and you didn't even
that
fucking
I
acknowledge it.
stole from someone. So, but yeah, I'm literally staring at it.
Oh my god,
Rocky
a
box
league,
set.
a league,
A league of their own. Oh,
There's no crying in baseball.
I would just like to say shout out to my sister-in-law. When she gets a little tipsy, she does a bomb impression of Marla Hooch.
Shut the fuck up.
Amazing. The one when she's like, I'm singing a Nelson, baby. Oh my god.
Nelson, baby.
Oh
my
so
god.
good.
You need to get her
there.
drunk so
You
I
gotta-
can and
yeah.
send me the video.
You gotta get her to a level where she'll do
Nelson, baby.
it. That, and then my dad does a good Rocky impression, and then Rocky's trainer.
Excuse me, your father does a Rocky impression, and I've been over your house multiple times, and he has not done it.
Okay, next time you're here,
I gotta
I'll have
fight
him
him.
do it. He does a bomb Rocky impression, and then he does when Mickey, his trainer, when he dies, when Rocky's crying. Yeah. My dad does the Rocky cry so good. So good. So funny. My dad does pretty good impressions.
I literally have no idea what's happening in this episode.
Yeah, we went off on a little bit of a rant about sports. I just feel like today it's a good day to talk about it because it's back, basically. At least hockey is for us. And sports movies have impacted the way I see sports, at least. Because I was always a hockey fan, but like other sports I never really got into. But then when I watched movies like Remember the Titans and like, you know, Coach Carter, stuff like that, I got more into the other sports. So, I don't know. That's just a little fact for you about me.
Because I was always just full on, we were always watching any type of sport that was on TV growing up, like golf, anything like that. I need to find the photo to send it to you, but there was an Easter where we were all at my aunt's house, and we were all gathered around the TV. I wish there was film of it too, because like we were so into this golf match that like we were screaming and going crazy for it.
Yeah.
Golf. But like,
well, you know,
my whole family, like there's growing up, we always had, especially at family parties, there was always games on. And like my grandparents at their house, they had a TV in like the living room / kitchen because it was like an open kind of area. There was a TV in there in front of the couch, and then you take steps down and you're in their like sunroom patio kind of thing. And my grandfather put a TV in there because there were times when he wanted to watch one sport and you don't turn the TV off on my grandmother's baseball game. So if the Orioles were on, she was inside watching the Orioles game, and then my grandfather was down, literally just out. There's a sliding glass door. He was just out there. She would shut that on him so she couldn't hear him, and just like they'd watch their sports. And like, so we would have family parties where it's like, well, this game's on that TV, that game's on this TV. Like, choose which side you want to be on. Don't leave the door open.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We always had sports on when it came to like parties and stuff. I mean, I grew up in a family that loved sports, but when I was younger, I didn't care that much. Like when I was at parties, I was like playing with my cousins. We weren't watching sports on whatever was on TV.
We were playing and watching.
No, we were just like playing. And then as I got older, not older, but like I said, I was always into hockey. But then as I started getting older, I was like, oh, maybe I should watch this game and see what's going on. Now at this point, I kind of only watch hockey because it's the only thing I have time for. Like I will specifically make time to watch whatever game's on. And I'm not like that with the rest of the sports.
Yeah.
No, what are you gonna do?
I love all sports. I can't. There's some sports that like I'll watch on TV, but not in person. Like I won't go to unless like the seats are great. I have no desire to go to a baseball game because
Same.
my ADD and ADHD, I'm bored within 5 seconds of sitting down.
Yep.
Unless it's a fast game. Slow baseball games are the death of me. And I will literally sit down, and if it's slow in the first inning, I'm like, guys, how long are we staying at this thing?
Yeah.
Like, how much longer?
So baseball games for me, I only enjoy them if I go with like a big group of people. And
See, I
I'm
never
not paying attention
I don't
to
go
the
to
game.
stuff with big groups of people anyway.
Yeah, like we would go to Phillies games with work, and that'd be fun because I would just be sitting there and talking to whoever
I'll go
I was
with
with.
your work.
Yeah. We haven't done one in a while, but
Hi.
but yeah, we would like go with a group of people. The only sport that I will not go to with a group of people is hockey because I can't have people constantly talking to me during a game. But like
Also, if you go with a
football,
big group of
baseball-
people to a hockey game, it's usually up in the rafters where you have to sit.
yeah, exactly.
Unless unless it's like organized that you get a box.
Right. That's the thing. If it's a box, it's fine. But that's the only sport that I need to be like fully focused on. But if I'm at a baseball game or like I don't go to basketball games, I've gone to like 2 in my life.
I love basketball games.
No, I can't focus on
Basketball
other
games
sports.
are so much fun.
I was into football when the Eagles were obviously doing well, and
What a bandwagon.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna talk about this for a second. Talk about bandwagon fans. My thing is, if it's your own city, I don't consider you a bandwagon jumper.
Oh, I do.
If it's your own city, if you didn't shit talk them.
Yeah, see, it's it's the shit talkers
Yeah.
that are the bandwagoners.
I never shit talk the Eagles. I just didn't. I'm not a football fan.
I hate
But I
fair weather
never-
fans and
Yeah.
the bandwagon bitches.
I never talked badly about them, but I just never would go out of my way to like go to an Eagles game or anything. But when they did good, I was excited for my dad because he's a
Yeah.
big Eagles fan, and my brother, and this was something that they wanted to see all their life, and it was a part of Philadelphia history for me. I've seen literally so far 2 of the 4 teams that we have win championships. So it was history for me. So that was fine. But bandwagon fans, and my brother, I love you dearly if you listen to this, but he would hop between teams sometimes, and I'm not kidding you. He was an Indianapolis Colts fan for a while, which is
hold
why
on.
we
I
named our
hate the
turtle
Colt. I hate the Colts, but that's Baltimore history. I gotta say, I just love this episode because we don't understand where the hell we're at. This is probably hopefully entertaining. I think it'll be entertaining for us. It's all out of the way. We're really glad that hockey's back. It's really energizing us, even though we both wish sports were not happening right now for safety reasons for everyone in this country and every country that's affected by this, which is the entire world, reminder. This episode was just fun. I don't know. I just blacked out that entire episode.
This episode was more for us just to talk about how excited we are for sports being back, specifically hockey, and also to remind everyone how serious COVID is. It's still an issue that we have to, take in consideration. Wear your masks, do your part, be safe. And this was just we wanted to rant a little bit. We wanted to just talk, have a good time.
Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You know what I have to say about that, actually, real quick, is that I've slowly come to realize that it's just the McDonald's jingle. It's literally just
oh my god,
the old Justin Timberlake's ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it type of thing. Like, it's not actually it because it's kind of a little bit changed, but it's for sure ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it.
It's inspired by it. Your jingle is inspired by
my
McDonald's.
Jingle was apparently inspired by McDonald's original I'm loving it jingle. I don't even know if that's still the jingle, but like, shout out to McDonald's and Justin Timberlake for that literally being our childhood.
All right, listen, I support it.
Anyway, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, it's fucking dad jokes with Leanne. So which one do I want to do? Oh, whatever, we'll just do this one. It's been sitting up top, and I've been a little nervous because it's not long, but it's a longer one than these other ones, so I always am scared I'm gonna get tongue-tied.
Oh god, you got this.
Here I go. A slice of apple pie is $2.50 in Jamaica and $3 in the Bahamas. These are the pie rates of the Caribbean. Oh my god. I love it so much.
I think that's my favorite one. I think that is my favorite one out of every
These
episode.
are the pie rates of the Caribbean.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
wow.
my god.
Oh man.
That was a good one.
That was a great one. That
All
was a really
right.
good one.
So that's the episode, I hope. Oh,
socials.
We're really good at podcasting, guys. So if you guys want to keep up with us, you know, like we're the Kardashians, please go to our Instagram, which is at Tipsy Talks Podcast. And the link in our bio is literally a fast link to basically anything you could want to keep up with. Our Twitter, our YouTube, our TikTok, literally the podcast episodes, the podcast website, and then in our bio outside of the link is our personal Instagrams, which mine is at Leanne. No, it's not. It is at Leah Magg, Leamagg.
And mine is at Chrissio, Krisscio.
And then just my fun little promotion. Please go follow at Leanne Canvas, please.
Yes, go follow, go buy, go share, go tell your friends.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dog.
Yes. Oh man. Okay, this has been a fun episode. Enjoy sports being back. We will go do all that stuff with our socials.
Yeah, we gotta go watch the Flyers and the Penguins in this exhibition game.
What an opener.
What a good first game.
What a little opener for us.
He said, here's the game back. Watch Travis Konechny try his hardest not to infect anybody with his anger. Anyways, yeah, really excited for hockey today and the rest of the time of my life. Always excited. But anyways, yeah, again, check socials. That was already explained. But yeah, we like you guys a lot.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Fucking know what that episode was.